We got a loaded show here on Mavericks today. Is Dirk Nowitzki recruiting Nikola Jokic to Dallas? We'll talk about that. Plus, Kyrie Irving appears to be ramping up, and is Markieff Morris returning to Dallas? All that and more, including a Mavs television update. Jeffrey Cooper, Stina Harrison Graham with you. We'll get to all of this, but Coop, we are closing in on 30,000 subscribers. Tell the people why they should join the channel.
Yeah, we need about 117 subs to get to 30K. We're going to be doing live watch parties all throughout the season. We're going to be covering the latest Mavericks news and rumors, giving you analysis from the games and all of that. So please be sure to hit that subscribe button. We'll be here with you all throughout the season as well. So lock us in and stay tuned for all of the latest Mavs happenings.
All right, let's make it happen. Let's dive on in here as Luka, Dirk made the trip to I assume the game was in Slovenia.
It was.
Right?
It was in Ljubljana.
Goran Dragic's final game, and game's putting it loosely. The clips I saw were
an exhibition.
Were a bit of an exhibition, if you will, Pro Bowl style. But there was some more Jokic discussion brought up by none other than the Mavericks GOAT, Dirk Nowitzki.
Yes.
Here's what he had to say. Quote, I hope that would be in Dallas on the potential of Luka and Jokic teaming up. I'm not sure if it will ever happen, but obviously both are two of the best players in the world. They spend time with each other. I'm not sure, but of course, we want Luka in Dallas as long as we can. Hopefully he finishes his career there, but I love Jokic's game. How he plays the game with passion, and the skill level as a big is unbelievable. They're both incredible players. And look, I think in the short term, this is obviously very unrealistic just based on how each team is constructed. But, Coop, I would not rule out a possibility 2, 3, 4 years from now that this could happen because, you know, Luka would be approaching 30 by then. Kyrie, maybe he doesn't get another contract here.
Sure.
You're going to have cap space. Maybe Jokic, maybe things don't go well in Denver the next few years. I think you're looking at a situation right now, Milwaukee, Coop, where if things go sideways this year, does Giannis look to leave Milwaukee? So things can change quickly in the NBA, even if you've won a title for an organization. So we know these guys get along. They both have a lot of years left in this league. It wouldn't completely shock me if at some point they teamed up.
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me either. Like I said, I think it would take something pretty drastic to happen, but things in the NBA do change basically on a month-to-month basis. I mean, Jokic could become unhappy in Denver. God forbid, Luka could become unhappy in Dallas as well, and we know that these guys talk. We know that all players in the NBA nowadays are friends. It's not like the 90s where you guys hated each other and they would never dream of playing with each other. While these guys are competitors, they're also friends, and there's definitely a possibility of them teaming up in the future. I would put it at a very slight, maybe a 5% chance that anything ever happens, but it's not zero for sure, especially knowing how tight these guys are. I think Jokic is one of Luka's best friends in the league, and when you're sitting there at the top of the NBA mountain, as those two guys are, it's a little different. So maybe they are talking, and maybe this has been brought up between them too.
Yeah, I mean, look, Luka's probably got 12 to 15 years left. Jokic probably at 10 to 12 years left. Like, a lot can happen in that amount of time.
No doubt.
I mean, if Jamal Murray keeps kind of like if he's just not the same player for the next few years, does Jokic look at a new opportunity? Who knows? You certainly never would rule anything out. What would you say the percent chance of Jokic ever coming to Dallas is? 0 to 100? I think that 5 number is about right. I definitely think it's greater than 0. The Mavs have a history with international guys. If Luka's here, that would be a guy that he would recruit, obviously.
Yeah.
That hasn't really been the role Luka's taken. But if that door ever came ajar in Denver where Jokic leaving became a possibility, I think Dallas would at least be one of the teams in the mix. I mean,
I agree.
I don't think there's any question about that.
Yeah, I think they'll be in the mix if that door is ever open. So let us know what you guys think. Scale it from 0 to 100. And now we have to tell you about today's sponsor, which is our friends at Fanatics. And if you're a real one, go ahead and get yourself a Real One t-shirt. That's our motto here at Chat Sports. Real ones are people that subscribe to the channel. They're commenting. They're liking all the videos. And we have these in dope Mavs colors. We have the blue one. We have the Kelly green one as well. I love Mavs green, by the way. This is my favorite. So if you're wanting a new t-shirt that you can wear around the house or wear out and represent Chat Sports, go ahead and get yourself one today by going to chatsports.com/realone right now. We have them in all the different sizes and colors. And make sure you guys go support us, go support myself and Harrison, and get yourself a dope t-shirt.
Yeah, link in the comments and description. All right, let's talk a little Kyrie Irving, as Kyrie was working out with Phil Handy, Juju Watkins, and O-Max, and a couple of pictures surfaced. Coop, didn't look like Kyrie really had any kind of bandage or anything on his hand. Last report from Mark Stein was that he hasn't been cleared for 5-on-5, but maybe he's starting to do some kind of individual type of work and things like that. So I think this, is probably a positive trend, as the Mavs are just over a month away from training camp, and that's been the expectation all along.
Yeah, it feels like he's on track to start there on October 1st in Las Vegas when the Mavs go to UNLV and go ahead and start their training camp. We know he hasn't been cleared yet for 5-on-5, but all reports indicate that he's going to be just fine and won't miss any time. It's unfortunate that he broke his hand here in the offseason, but as long as he doesn't miss any time, it's okay, because the Mavs are obviously going to need Kyrie, given how important he was to the team last year.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, they need him to be close to this this year for this team to get to where they want to go to. I also like, Coop, that he's hanging out with O-Max, a guy that's looking to take a step forward this year. And, I think the Mavs are in a good situation with Prosper, as they don't really need him to be a factor this year. But if he can contribute, that's just another long athletic wing that, even if he doesn't play a major role, if you feel confident in putting him into a game in an important situation, that can only help.
Yeah, if you guys watch this channel, you know how I feel about O-Max. I think he can be a big part of this rotation. Had a pretty decent summer league. Didn't shoot it great from 3, but did show that he could score at multiple levels and could rebound the ball pretty well as well. So I think O-Max is in a good spot in his development, like you said. The Mavs really don't need him right now to be a key part of this rotation. As long as he continues his development, continues to work on his skills, I think that he's going to be a big part of the Mavs going forward. And I still think they believe in him as a guy that's going to help them long term, absolutely.
Yeah, no question about it. So hopefully he's able to take a step forward and develop. Some more reasons why you should subscribe to the channel. Year-round Mavericks coverage. Even in the deadest parts of the offseason, we're bringing you videos almost every single day. We cover any news, big rumors. Of course, have game analysis once that gets rolling in as well. Free agency and draft coverage, we had you covered for that. That'll be the case again once those times of the year come back around. Going to do some live watch parties. I think some more during the season. Coop's going to do some watch parties with you guys.
Yes, indeed.
That should be fun, and a lot more. So be sure to subscribe, turn on those notifications. We will keep you guys in the loop around the Dallas Mavericks. All right, Coop, how about Markieff Morris? Where do things sit with him at this point in time?
Yeah, last week, Markieff Morris was among the Mavericks players in LA that were working out, and he was spotted on Klay Thompson's boat. He took this funny photo of Dereck Lively. That's on his Instagram story right there. So he's basically hanging out with the team and is more or less a part of the team without being a part of the team. And somebody asked him, or someone on Twitter posted a photo of him and was like, this would be a good day to re-sign Markieff Morris. And Keith responded and said, one of these days. So it seems like that he is coming back. Things have been pretty quiet on this for about the last month or so, but it still seems that he is a part of the Mavericks' plans, and he views himself as part of this team already.
A small part of me is just curious about this. Like, I guess you're not in a rush because he's not like some sought-out free agent or anything like that. But, like, are the Mavs keeping, like, some small door open for another possibility? Like, it just kind of, like, if you're A.J. Lawson right now, you probably know you're the guy getting cut once they bring back Morris. So if you're him, you would want to probably explore other options, I would think. So a small part of me is puzzled by it. Like,
agreed.
Is there at least a scenario where they go in a different direction? I would assume they'll bring back Keith and cut Lawson, but until it happens, I mean, that 3% possibility in my mind that something else could take place is, the wheels are going to keep churning on that thing.
Yeah, the door is definitely open for Markieff Morris, and it seems like that he's more or less a part of this team right now, and even though the deal isn't officially done, that he will be back at some point wearing the number 88 for the Mavs. But let us know, will the Mavs re-sign Markieff Morris, type S for sign, type P for pass? I think it's about a 95% chance that he's going to re-sign, but you guys let us know what you think down below.
It's like a little TV coup. The Mavs and Bally part ways, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are happy about that
Yes.
one. So no more Bally Sports for the Mavs, which hardly any TV providers have carried in recent years. And now the Mavs are kind of in limbo, wondering where their games will be broadcasted. The Stars are basically doing their own experiment this year, where they're going to do it all in-house. And is it a free deal, or do you have to pay?
It is free.
So
it's free on all streaming services, whether you have like a Roku or a smart TV or whatever, it's going to be on there. And there were rumors that the Mavs might be partnering with the Stars to go on that same app as well. The Mavs also aired 10 games on WFAA Channel 8 locally in the DFW area last season, so that's an option as well. We'll keep you guys up to date with anything that happens on that. When we know, we will let you guys know. But yeah, almost 20 years for the Mavs on Fox Sports Southwest /Bally, no longer.
To me, just quick little tangent here on this. We saw, so Chicago, the White Sox, Bulls, and Blackhawks teamed up for like, basically, I don't know what the price is, but I think it's like $30 a month and you get all those games. Wouldn't it make sense for the Rangers, Stars, and Mavs to just do something similar? They just do it all in-house.
Yeah.
And like, I would pay $30 a month to have access to all those games.
I would too.
Like that seems like a pretty fair deal. I mean, you get 162 baseball games, you get 82 NBA games, and then your 82 hockey games as well, whatever it is. I mean,
if they're going to give it to us for free, I'm not going to complain.
Sure, but like maybe that's kind of what they do this year. They kind of bite the bullet and go the Stars route this year, but then like maybe they partner up next year for a small subscription fee. It wasn't working with Bally and with the cable partners. That was pretty clear. So hopefully we all have more access to the games this year and don't have to use the fine folks at Stream East. But that's where things sit right now.
Yeah,
and they got to figure it out quick. I mean, the season's a couple months away.
That's what I was saying. I mean, the first preseason game is October 14th, so it's not like they have time on their side here. They got to figure it out pretty quick, and I'm sure Mark Cuban will be involved with this, even though he's not part of the majority ownership anymore. He's kind of been the head, so to speak, on this sort of TV movement, so we'll see what happens there.
All right, keep us locked in. More Mavericks coverage to come. Hit that sub button.
Peace.